Surprisingly good. Anyway. If you guys don't know who Ana is, she's from Overwatch. She's a sniper healer, which does mean that yes, you have the skill shot heal in your queue. It only hits one target, so it hits the first target. So that means that your teammates can actually end up body blocking your heal a lot. And it's also painful in the way, like, if you've ever played Uther and you try to hit people with your skill shots and somehow your allies are really freaking good at dodging all your skill shot heals, right? That's how she feels like, because I've been playing her for hours and people have been dodging me like crazy. But either way, it's still really good. It's only on a 2-second cooldown and 15 mana cost, so you can literally spam this. It's really strong. But that also means that in team fights, you often have to be watching your own positions. You have to be repositioning all the time because you want to get your heal on whoever you want it to be on, right? It's insane. This thing is really annoying. Anyway, so your W is biotic grenade. You throw a grenade at a target area. If you hit allies, they're healed, including yourself, and they also receive 25% increased healing from all sources for 4 seconds, and enemies take 132 damage and they receive 100% less healing for 2 seconds. Alright, so this is insane in the way that, one, it's Ana's only way to self-sustain. You cannot heal yourself with healing dart. No, you can't aim your gun at your foot and heal yourself. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. So the only way for Ana to heal yourself is on a 16-second cooldown on biotic raid. So you can heal yourself with that. You can also alt cast it, self-cast it, I guess. So Alt W will cast it on your feet automatically for you. So it's also easy with that. And again, it increases all your healing by 25% from all sources. So if you're a double healer, it will increase your other healer's healing. If you W on whoever and then they hit the tap, it should increase it. Same with globes. Same with, like, for example, Stitch's healing himself and stuff like that. It should increase everything. And then you can see on top of your head, plus 25. So it's really useful. I like that. The other thing about this talent is that if you hit enemies with it, they receive 100% less healing for 2 seconds. So you see minus 100. So yes, it fucks up ancestral healing and stuff like that. You do that, ancestral healing will heal absolutely 0. So this is an insane talent in all cases. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna get nerfed, but it's pretty insane, and it's on a basic ability too. So biotic grenade is probably the best thing that she has on her. Her E ability is a sleeping dart. It puts the first hero to sleep, rendering unable to act for 3 seconds, and the sleep effects end instantly if they take damage after the first 0.5 seconds. So if you hit it on an enemy, they'll be sleeping for 3 seconds. However, you can cancel the sleep by breaking it early. See that? Break it early. However, there's a 0.5 second buffer, so if you E and auto attack immediately, it will not break the sleep. The other thing that does not break the sleep is if you have already pre-applied dots. So for example, her trait adds a dot, right? Stacks up to 5 times. So this is dotting on him, and then I sleep. It will not wake him up unless I reapply the dot, because then you're applying new damage. So dots do not wake up sleep. This includes Lunara poison. Lunara poison will not wake up the target and stuff like that. So again, that's her sleep. And it can last up to 3 seconds. Her passive again is your basic attacks apply a dose to non-structure enemies, which will deal damage over time, and it stacks up to 5 times, and then it has a little graphic that shows you how many stacks you have. So it does a decent amount of damage. Her talents. Her level 1 talents are all quests. So her first quest on level 1 is Grenade Calibration. The quest is to hit specifically enemy heroes with your biotic grenade. After you hit 10 heroes, biotic grenade deals more damage per allied and enemy hero hit. And after hitting 20 enemy heroes, biotic grenade's duration on allies is increased from 4 seconds to 12 seconds, and its heal radius is increased by 100%. So remember how if you hit someone with biotic grenade, their healing received from all sources is increased by 25% for 4 seconds. That would be 12 seconds if you hit 20 enemy heroes total with it. And it also increases the healing radius by 100%. So W's radius it's like this right now. So let me stand. This is her radius. So in the center, it's about to your feet, right? So once you complete the quest, it is significantly larger, which means that it is a lot easier to hit your allies with it now. Oh, cool. It actually shows both circles. So it's a lot easier to hit your allies with it now. And obviously you want to hit your allies with it to increase the duration to 12 seconds. So that's her level 1 grenade talent. The other talent is piercing darts. You have to hit enemy heroes with your sleep dart. So that one. And after you hit 10 heroes with it, it now hits 2 heroes. And its range is increased by 50%. So I can just barely reach it here, right? So let's hit this 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. This toggle cooldown is slow. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now the range is increased by 50%. It goes further, and it can also pierce through and hit another target. And once you hit 20 total heroes, it buffs your Q. So your Q can now hit 2 allies, and its range is also increased by 50%. So your Q is also, you know, it goes right up to the dummy. This is your healing Q. Once you complete the quest on level 1 for your sleeping dart, your Q is also much longer, 50%. And it also pierces through and can heal 2 people. So piercing darts is really strong as well. And then the last talent on her level 1 tier is Detachable Box Magazine. So the quest is to stack 5 doses on an enemy hero. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need to stack 5 doses on 1 enemy hero. And you have to do it on 5 total times. So for example, if I did it 5 to this and then it dropped off and then I did 5 again to the same guy, then yes, it would count. But it must drop off before it will count again for the new dose. So once you do it 5 times, it deals additional damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no. Alright, let's just complete the quest. So now it's like ticking for more damage because it deals 50% increased damage to enemies with 5 doses. So 3, 4, 5. So it just deals more damage now. And then at once you do it 15 times, you get this new ability, Active Reload, where you instantly gain 3 charges of healing dart. Now this is actually really interesting. Malfurion, did he just Moonfire and heal that thing? Anyway, I'm gonna untoggle cooldowns, because one really interesting thing about Detachable Box Magazine, if you finish it, is that you can Q 5 times in a row. So you go Q, and it goes on a cooldown, right? So Q, 1, Q, 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 Q again. That's 5 total Qs at once. This is without toggle cooldowns, so you can do this in-game at any time. The dog moves, so we're gonna center the camera back on him. So that's one thing about this talent, is that you can have insane burst healing. So again, this is with no cooldowns toggled. So you will Q first to consume your cooldown, press 1 to activate the Detachable Box Magazine, which will give you 3 charges. You can Q those 3 immediately, and then you can Q again because the first one's cooldown is done, because that's 2 seconds, right? Oh god, that's a lot of, it sounds confusing, but Q1, Q, 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 Q. That's 5 Qs in a row that you can do once you have Active Reload, and that's without toggle cooldown again. So yes, you can do this in-game. Too much, This is what happens when I test things, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Alright, so our level 4 talents, I'm just gonna pick one. So our level 4 talents is Airstrike. The first one is a grenade talent. So what happens with Airstrike is that it gives you an active ability. You don't have to use the active ability. However, this active ability increases the range of Airstrike by 200%. The downfall, however, is grenades thrown this way take 4 seconds to land. So typical grenade range is just after this dummy, right? So that's the normal grenade range. With airstrike, your range goes all the way up to this, but it takes 4 seconds to land. Boom! So again, it goes from here, like here, half a screen really, to all the way over here. But this takes 4 seconds to land. If you press 1 first, do you have 4 available? No. No, you do not. So that is airstrike. However, it passively reduces biotic grenade's cooldown by 4 seconds. So biotic grenade is normally 16 seconds. If you take airstrike, it is now on a 12-second cooldown. So that's one other thing that it does. The other talent is overdose. So every time you hit an enemy with sleep dart or biotic grenade, it applies 2 doses. So it applies 2 doses of her passive. So I hit sleep dart, immediately has 2 doses. And then the last talent is aim down sights, which you can activate your D to give you 100% vision radius and 2 attack range. But it reduces your movement speed by 20 seconds and it lasts until cancelled. And when you cancel it, it goes on a 10-second cooldown. So this is, my vision goes up to this right now. I activate D, my vision goes all the way to here. So turn it off. 10-second cooldown. I'm just gonna toggle cooldown so you can see that again. So the vision goes all the way over here. So the vision is quite significant. It also increases your basic attack range. So currently I can attack from here, right? However, if I turn on my D, I can attack from over here. Wow, look at the difference. She takes a step forward. So again, this is with aim down sights on, and this is without. She has to step forward. And then also your movement is slowed, so you walk a lot slower when you have this on. Because you're like a real sniper. Wow. Wow. Alright, so her level 7 talents. She has temporary blindness where you sleep dart someone, and after the sleep dart's effects wear off, they are blinded for 2 seconds. It doesn't matter how long your sleep dart lasts. So if you sleep dart someone and it gets cancelled half a second later, they will still be blinded for 2 seconds. If you sleep dart someone and they're asleep for the full duration of 3 seconds, then they will be blinded for the 2 seconds afterward. Very simple, makes sense. Mind-numbing agent. Every dose a hero has reduces their spell power by 15%. So every dot under their name reduces their spell power by 15%. Which means that, yes, it is a total of 75% spell power reduction. And then her other talent is this dart, where it is another active ability, and you can fire this dart, and when it hits somebody, it can only hit one person. It reduces all their damage dealt by 50% for 4 seconds. However, this dart shoots rather slowly, so for comparison, this is your Q speed. Oops, I meant to, yeah, Q speed, E speed, Q, E speed, and then this is the new dart. So it is quite a bit slower. So again, this is the new dart, and this lowers all their damage by 50%. So it moves quite a bit slower than your E, which is slower than your Q as well. So those are the different speeds of all these things. Okay, and then there's Nano Boost for her ults. There's Nano Boost, which means you can boost an ally. The tooltip is incorrect. It does restore... What the heck are you doing, Malfurion? Malfurion, stop. What are you... What? Anyway, there's Nano Boost, which it will indeed restore mana. It doesn't... It says 0. That's incorrect. But the interesting thing is for the next 8 seconds, they gain 30% spell power, and their basic ability cooldowns recharge 150% faster. So here, you can see he's gonna gain mana. Malfurion, come here. Boom! Insane mana. Wow, look at all that. Wait. What are you just... What are you doing? Oh, he's running around. Anyway. So he has 30% spell power and basic ability cooldowns recharge 150% faster. So this works on all sorts of insane things. For example, I just saw a video of someone nano boosting a Medivh. What do you want, Malfurion? So the Medivh was able to basically just spam Q. As long as he was hitting an enemy hero, he was able to just spam Q. You could do silly stuff like nano boost the variant and he'll be protected by the way. Stuff and things. So oh, it also works on like Ragnaros. I saw people taking the meatball talent on Ragnaros and it's just like nano boost and then, you know, they're rolling the meatball and then they toss another meatball and then someone just dies to 3 meatballs and it's insane. So this works on a lot of things and it's very interesting. The other talent, the other ult that she has is Eye of Horus. Unfortunately, I haven't really been able to test this because it's been bugged, at least for me in custom games. So I don't really have an opinion on it. However, the way it works is that you assume a sniper position. This is a global cast. You can shoot 8 rounds. If you hit allies, it will heal them. It also tells you who it's gonna hit. So it shows, you see it has the Malfurion picture. Where's Arthas? Where the heck is Arthas? Arthas, what? Oh god. I'm just gonna cancel this. I'm gonna refresh Arthas's forts because I think Arthas died or something and he's just like, I don't want to go outside anymore. So again, this is global. It shows if you're gonna hit stuff. So for example, it shows that I'm gonna hit, am I hitting this? Yes, it shows that I'm trying to hit the dummy. It shows that I can hit Malfurion. What is this, like player 2? So then again, it's basically instant cast and you can fire it. Oh, I'm healing my dummy. Oh, hey, that's cool. And then it does get stopped by structure. So if you hit a structure, so like triple tap, if you hit a structure, then the structure will take damage. I haven't been able to test this against real people in a real game because it's broken for me in the sense that I can only fire like 2 shots and then it doesn't work anymore. So again, this is global and I don't have an opinion on it yet. Alright, so her level 13 talents are all, it's like her different types of cleanse on her heal. So there's one where it grants, you know, if you hit your ally with it, it'll grant them 25% move speed for 2 seconds. This one, if you hit your ally with your heal, then it will remove any existing roots and slows from them, and it will heal for 20% more when you remove a root or slow. And then smelling salts is, it will remove a stun from your target, and if you remove a stun, then it will grant them 50 armor for 2 seconds. So these are all situational depending on the enemy comp or whatever. Standard, you could just pick movement speed unless obviously they have roots or slows or if they have stuns, but just by standard you pick movement speed. 16, sharpshooter, empower consecutive healing darts. Your healing darts healing is increased by 5% each time it hits a hero, an ally hero, up to 50%, and this is reset if healing dart fails to hit a hero. So it shows on the bottom down here, so you have 1 stack on it. So you can get up to 10 stacks on it for 50% bonus healing, and if you miss it, then your stacks are lost. Other talent is concentrated doses. It increases your healing darts healing by 10% for each dose active on enemy heroes. So right now I am healing for, was it 593? I got 1 dose, so now it heals. Wait, is it not going up? Are you not considered an enemy hero? You are considered an enemy hero. Why is that not increasing my healing right now? Hey, wait a minute. Hey, I want a refunds. What the? Where's my refunds? Wait, you super count as a hero. It's supposed to empower my healing darts healing by 10%. 10% for each dose active on enemy heroes. So if you are hitting more than 1 hero at 5 doses each, then that's 100% healing increase. I don't think you're getting a refund. Why is it not healing more? Is overdose the doses on grenade slash dirt? No, it does for anything that you have applied from this. So yeah, if you do take the level 4 talent for overdose, where it instantly applies 2 doses, then it should work for concentrated doses as well. I was gonna go over the synergies in just a bit. And then the last talent is contact healing. So bio grenade heals for 30% more per allied and enemy hero hit. So I can't see how much it heals right now. 540? Okay. Wait. Why did that heal so much? 540 and then... Okay, no, that's correct. So level 20. Wait, that's insane healing. Only by hitting 2 people, it's at 830. I have noticed that once I take contact healing, my healing rate skyrockets, especially if you have the grenade calibration, where the thing is your healing range is increased by 100% with that. Hold on. Wait, is this not being considered as a hero for some reason? Is this thing not considered a hero for some reason here when I'm healing? But it is considered a hero. I'm just so confused. Because it's giving the 30% extra healing when I'm getting hit by it, but not when this one is getting hit by it. Chaos, what are you doing? Exactly. This training dummy is hurting. Wait, Arthas, what do you want? This training dummy is making me sad. Because healing with W alone is 675, but if I get hit by it, it's 830, and it's supposed to increase healing when I hit Chaos as well. But I guess it's bugged right now. And then her level 20 talents are Nano Infusion, so whoever you hit with your Nano Boost, it also heals them for 50% of spell damage dealt. So for example, I used it on Vala, like Vala Strafe, it was healing her. I used it on Malthael once, but they didn't like it because they're like, I'm getting too much healing, because they were mashing their Q like crazy and getting insane healing, so like, I don't need this. So Nano Infusion is interesting. Ooh, wait, it would be really good on Cho'Gall too, I think. Because Cho'Gall Nano is insane. And then Ballistic Advantage is Eye of Horus explodes on impact, healing nearby allies for 712 and dealing damage to nearby enemy heroes. I want to see how big the explosion is. Eye of Horus. Okay, so that's the explosion right there. It doesn't quite touch me. So if I'm a little bit closer. Alright, this is healing me. Alright, so the explosion is pretty small. You have to be almost hugging somebody for the explosion to work. So I'm gonna say this is not very good. Her other talents at 20. She has the doses, which max dosage puts an enemy to sleep. So upon hitting 5 stacks of doses, they're put to sleep for 2 seconds. So this works exactly the same as her other sleep. The effects are cancelled if they take damage after the first 0.5 seconds, or it could go full duration to 2 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's asleep. So this is really good. It's one of her only ways of self-peeling, because currently in her base kit, her only way to peel, her self-peel, is to use Sleeping Dart, which is a slow-moving, skinny skill shot, so you might not be able to use this to save yourself. And her other talents they also don't offer any self-peeling. So this is her only other self-peeling. So if you're like running away from someone spooky, you can, you know, kite backwards, hit them and kite backwards, and you can get them to sleep and then run like hell in this 2 seconds. Other talent at 20 is dynamic shooting. So your attack speed is increased 10% by each basic attack, and then this lasts for 4 seconds and increases up to 100%, so she ends up attacking super duper fast. This is with 10 stacks. I found this is decent to go with concentrated doses as well. I thought her grenade heals her. It does heal her, but I'm talking about peeling. Self-peel, not self-sustain. They're different. Her basic attack range is the same as Rainer's, so it's a little bit bigger. So this talent can work with concentrated doses. So you can hit people, you can hit this dude 5 times, and then your concentrated doses will be at 100%. And then her last one is custom optics, which reset talents. Custom optics buffs up aim down sights. So now your aim down sights range is even longer. Wow. It goes, the bonus range is from 2 to 4. Also, oh, I forgot to mention with aim down sights is that with standard aim down sights, so without the level 20, so just this one, you outrange towers already. So you also, go away Arthas, you outrange towers, you outrange forts, and you also outrange the core, and that's with just aim down sights at level 4. However, you might have noticed that her siege damage is not very high because again, doses do not apply to structures. So I'm dealing 71 auto attack damage at level 20. It's pretty lit. Alright, so we're gonna reset the talents. So I'm gonna talk about a couple of builds that I've used with Ana. The standard build that I like, I'm gonna call this standard build, is piercing darts at level 1, overdose at level 4, generally mind numbing agent at level 7. However, level 7 talents are pretty situational. Level 10, I can't say, to be determined, I guess, because HotS is bugged for me. So I have not been able to test the capabilities of HotS, so ult to be determined. Level 13 generally is healing serum unless you need purifying darts or smelling salts. This is a very situational talent as well. Level 16, I like concentrated doses. And at level 20, I like the doses that put people to sleep. One thing to note is that once you finish the level 1 talent piercing darts, you can heal 2 targets, right? However, with sharpshooter, it says it reads as healing darts healing is increased by 5% each time it heals a hero up to 50%. I've noticed that even if I am healing 2 people with this Q, it only gives me 1 stack of this. I don't know if that's a bug or if that's intended. But I did originally take sharpshooter with this build, and I realized that the double healing was not increasing for 2 stacks instead of 1. So I'm now taking concentrated doses with this build. So the build's playstyle for this one is once you finish the level 1 talent, you end up playing really far back and you're healing people from max range. And you're just like, you don't die, you're very fragile. So I feel like if you're playing solo healer, Ana, this is gonna be the one that you will pick. Because Ana's problem with solo healing is that her only method of self-healing is with her biotic grenade, which is on a 16-second cooldown. So I think that, again, if you're playing solo healer, the ability to heal 2 people with 1 Q and to be able to heal from a far range will end up being your go-to, basically. And that's what I think. So this is one of the builds that I like. So again, it's piercing darts, overdose, situational. I think HotS will end up being better for this playstyle, but I'm not sure.
Pay close attention.
Situational, concentrated doses, and then the sleeping doses. Oh, June, thank you so much for the host. I was just going over Ana talent builds so far. Yeah, so this is one of the builds that I like. The other build that I like right now that I've tried is a grenade build. This grenade-oriented build I think is really good in double healers, particularly with Lucio, with Stukov, and with Ariel. So this build is grenade calibration, airstrike, situational at 7, at 10, again, the ult is to be determined because I haven't been able to play I have HotS with it being bugged for me. 13 is situational, 16 is contact healing, and then 20 again is doses to sleep because it's your self-pill. And then I'm gonna complete the quest. So the way that this one works is that why it's so good with double healing is that, okay, I don't have toggle cooldown on. So once you finish the level 1 quest, the increased healing duration on allies goes up from 4 seconds to 12 seconds. And then the level 4 talent, Airstrike, passively reduces biotic grenades cooldown by 4 seconds, will also put it on a 12-second cooldown. So you have 100% uptime on the increased healing. So again, the increased healing is from all sources, including your allies. Does Q give vision? It doesn't look like it does, but I would have to. Oh yeah, it does actually, see. It has vision. So when I shoot and I walk away, I still have vision of it. Yeah, but so again, this is really good with double healer because you have 100% uptime on the increased healing, and on top of that, with the level 1 talent, also makes the healing radius 100% bigger, so it's quite easy to hit like your allies. So I can hit both dummies at once easily with this. So you can hit your entire team with the grenade. And then on top of that, even more, is the level 16 talent, Contact Healing. Your biotic grenades heals for 30% more per ally and per enemy hero hit. So this ends up being really strong. Unfortunately, for some reason, this dummy isn't being a hero for me. So if you see, I only heal the dummy is at 540. If I heal both the dummy and myself, it's 830. And this is only with hitting 2 units. This is all. But then generally you're hitting 3 or 4 allies. So it ends up being like a little mini ancestral. This one's not counting for some reason, I think. Yeah, this one is not counting for my extra healing for some reason. So this ends up being really strong. I've played with like Ariel doing this, and I ended up out healing Ariel. My healing number compared to Lucio was a little bit lower, but it was still competitive with Lucio. I think in one game with this talent build, I hit over 140k healing or something like that. This is insane. Oh, it's because he's not in the damage. Wait, hold on. Oh, you're right, okay. Yeah, so the healing actually increased here. So it's 900 and... Oh my god, I missed it again. So it's healing for 986 with 3 units in it. So when you're like adding team fights, team fighting potential where people are more clumped up, you end up healing like for a buttload. This is pretty insane. Thank you, Philip, for figuring that one out. I was kind of going bonkers over it. So again, I really like this build with double healer, particularly with Lucio, Stukov, and Ariel. I haven't tested it with any other healer yet. But with those 3, this build felt really, really good. And then the other build that I have, which I do not recommend at home, is detachable box magazine at 1. 4 is with overdose. 7 situational, 10 is situational, 13 is situational as well. 16 concentrated doses, and at 20 dynamic shooting. This is like if you want to really go insane. So this one, the way it works is that you are able to get insane attack speed. With your insane attack speed, you deal a little bit more damage because once they have 5 doses, your doses deal 50% increased damage. On top of that, their spell power is reduced by 75%. So ideally, you're hitting more than one person with 5 doses, right? And then on top of that, with each dose active on enemy heroes, your healing dart's healing is increased by 10%. So that's the combination of this. And on top of that, the reason why this is insane is turn off toggle cooldowns really quick. But with a detachable box magazine, you can shoot out 5 Qs really, really fast. So you can Q1, Q, 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 and Q again. Because again, it gives you 3 charges of your healing, right? But because your healing is on a 2-second cooldown, you first use your first heal, right? And I'll put your first heal on a 2-second cooldown. but while it's on the cooldown, you can press active reload, immediately get 3 charges, shoot your 3 charges, and by the time you shoot your 3 charges, your original Q's 2-second cooldown is done. So you can Q for the 5th time. So you can Q a million times with this, and while you're Qing a million times, it will have increased healing because you're obviously gonna have been shooting somebody for the increased healing. Because each dose will give you 10% increased healing. So that's the game plan with this one. But this is my least favorite build path, I think. So again, it's Q, 1, Q, 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 Q again. So that's 5 Qs in 2 seconds, basically. So those are the 3 builds that I've played with her. There might be other builds I haven't decided, and I have no idea about her ults because I haven't been able to test I have HotS at all, with it being bugged for me. Why does Malfurion keep healing him? Wait, is that adding my healing number? Malfurion, stop! Wait, it's giving me healing numbers because he healed it. You filthy cheater. Okay, so don't try this at home. She seems amazing for a backline healer. I agree, yeah. Which build do you think will be seen in competitive? Okay, I think it will be either the first build or the second build that I went over. Can you show us the I have HotS bug? I can't because it doesn't get bugged in try mode. It only gets bugged when I was playing in the custom games. But it was extremely irritating because the way that it was bugged is that I have HotS typically allows you to shoot 8 rounds, and I was only able to shoot 1 to 3 rounds. You can just turn him off? No! He's my friend, even if he's annoying. But yeah, so I think the builds that will be used will be the first build and the second build that I went through. So the healing from super range. So again, the first build that I went was... Okay, hold on, I'm just like trying to make sure. The first build that I was talking about is this one where you can heal from really fucking far. So this is like really safe for you because again, she barely has any self-peel and her only way of self-sustain is with her grenade. So this one allows you to heal really far away and it allows you to heal 2 targets. So I think this will probably be what's happening in competitive play because she is fragile. She's a little old lady. She's fragile. She doesn't walk very fast, stuff and things. So I think this will end up being the build in competitive. And then unless they do the grenade build with the double healer, because I thought that was kind of insane too. Show me the bug. I can't show you the bug. Stop. Leave me alone. The grenade damage increase is pretty decent. That plus the doses. Yeah, but so I've tried both builds. I don't know which is better. I legitimately don't know between these two because I really like these 2 builds. There are games where I've outputted over 140k healing with either one of these builds. Although I think the healing is a little bit easier to ramp up the numbers with the grenade build. For double healer. Yeah, the grenade double healer I think is really strong because I think there was a game where I was playing with Lucio and both of us just put out over 100k healing because of all the increased perma up healing. It's insane. I think you'll see the grenade build double support when you see her. Pros tend to prefer consistency. I don't know. There's gonna be a skill check on teammates too, body blocking allies. Yes, there have been games where I'm trying to heal one person and then someone keeps standing in front of me, so I shoot their fat butt instead of the person who's dying, and then the person dies and I'm just like, I can't do anything. I'm so sad inside. So yeah, that's the thing about her is I'm not 100% sure about concentrated doses and this one, because I feel like you're not really weaving in auto attacks as much in fights as you are repositioning constantly to make sure you're trying to, like, to give yourself the best chance to hit whoever you're trying to hit, if that makes sense. I'm trying to make sense here. I don't know if I'm actually making sense though. Grenade them at such times? Well, your grenade is not always up. Remember that the grenade is on a 16-second cooldown, and 1 Q heals more than 1 grenade. So, obviously you want to Q after you grenade because it'll increase your healing number. But still, it's just like, this is on such a long cooldown that you can't always guarantee that you can do it. Plus, you know, being able to consistently heal someone for 617 on a 2-second cooldown is much more impressive than whatever this was, than 432 on a 16-second cooldown. And this is at level, this is level 23 numbers. So at level 23, grenade only healing 432 is not a lot. Also, why did Arthas just shoot my guy? That's mean. But yeah. So that's my impression on Ana and her build. It just is really disappointing to me that I am not able to playtest Eye of Horus